Beautiful.
Yep, you're all good. Too easy.
Yep, thank you. Hi guys, Catherine Skinny here, Olympic gold medalist in shooting, and I've got some lovely questions here from various schools. Starting off, we've got Kieroville Public School. No, I've got a question of, is your medal made of real gold? Unfortunately not. It is only 1% gold for it, so it's only nicely coloured and very pretty. How did you feel when you won gold? I was stunned. I'm still processing that I've got this, because this means so much more than just winning a medal. It comes with a lot more bonuses and a lot of big celebrity status that I was not expecting. How long have you trained for the Olympics? I started doing the Olympic disciplines 10 years ago. I made my first World Championship team as a junior in 2006, but I'd been shooting a few years before that in a different discipline. So I was shooting easier targets, got picked up by talent and transferred across to do this. What kind of guns do you use? I use a 12 gauge shotgun. It's pretty standard across it, so there's a few different brands and everything's fitted up so it all fits us perfectly like a pair of shoes. How proud are you to compete for Australia? Absolutely ecstatic to be here. It is incredible to be part of this, and it is incredible to be here as part of this team. We're some of the biggest supporters, and we are just everyone's there making sure that you are part of that. And they're just so supportive. Why do you like shooting? Shooting is one of these sports that's more of skill rather than just being strong or being fast. So you didn't have to be really fit to do it. You just have to be really tough in the head. So that's why I like it. What was your best shot in Rio? Probably the last one, because our sport is all about just one target. I've missed out on a lot of medals because of one target, a lot of finals because of one target. So it's just hitting that one target. What's your favourite part of the sport? Again, just the fact that it's so skill-based. It's a bit unpredictable. Doesn't matter what your form is coming into an event. It's all about on the day and in that moment and just one target. Is there someone you look up to and why? I look up to several of the shooters that have been around for a long time. There's been Kimberly Rhodes from the USA. She shoots skeet, and she's just set a world record where she's been to 6 Olympics and won 6 medals, which is just incredible for a record. And she's now had such a track run and such a lovely person. Then from Gladstone West Primary School. Why did you originally start shooting? Well, I've got 2 older brothers and a dad that likes shooting, so I started because I just wanted to beat them. But the difference was that I started winning my own events and I continued on. I got picked up in these development squads, so I got extra coaching and extra help, and it got me here and got me this. What are your experiences as an Olympian shooter? Oh, one of the best parts of it, of being here, is seeing the other sports and seeing all the other stuff going on. And one of the best parts of being shooting is that we were done so early. So I've been able to see all of the events while there's other teams here that are still competing. And unfortunately, they don't get a chance to just go watch everyone else. So I've been given the golden ticket. I get to see what I want to see. No questions. Who inspired you to become a shooter or start shooting? Again, my family, older brother, dad, because I was going to be out at the range, so I'd like to try it. I just always wanted to be better than them. And, well, now I can prove it. Hi, Dad. Who is your hero and why? Again, Now, I mentioned earlier about Kimberly Rhodes. I think she's right up there with the hero. Just a phenomenal shooter, being very humble about her achievements and just being an all-rounder great athlete. Great person, great role model. When did you start shooting? I started when I was 12, which is the legal age for minors to get their license. So I started then. Just wanted to do it, get into it as soon as I could, and well, that's when it all started. What were you feeling during the shoot-off for the gold medal? I was waiting for things to start going wrong. Where we had trap malfunctions, the microphones weren't working. I was waiting for myself to fall to pieces. So I was really relaxed and just going with each target. And well, I didn't really fall apart. So it's a really strange place being in that like pressure, because it was just living in the moment. Is just focus on the next target, the next shot, and at the end of it, there's your score. How do you calm yourself prior to competing? Music and remembering to breathe. Just big, deep breath, and you instantly relax a little bit, calm down, and then you can focus on what you're actually out there to do. Have you always wanted to be an Olympian shooter? Not always. I wanted to be a 7-foot tennis player when I was little, but once I started shooting, I wanted to see how far I could go. It didn't stop me from trying other sports, but it's the one that got me as far as I could go. I had a talent for this, and I followed up with it. What are the best parts of being an Olympian? Probably being part of the team and being around such amazing people. We've got Sam Stosur, who's a world-class tennis player, who's running around with incredibly famous people and playing against them. So she's just so down to earth, and they're full of just great advice for those of us that are just starting out and trying to get ourselves on the pro scene. And it's just being part of that team. Like, everyone's out there looking to support you and to help you be the best that you can be. And they make an amazing cheer squad. What's your next goal in your shooting career? Well, I'm off to another event in October, after a World Cup final. So hopefully I can win that one, and I'll just be another medal on the wall. How nervous were you when you were presented with your medal? I wasn't nervous at all then. Everything had been said and done. It was just receiving the prize. Are you nervous about going up and getting an award? I don't think so. And this is probably the biggest award that any shooter can hope to achieve. How do you ignore the crowd while concentrating when preparing to shoot? Well, a lot of it is just being in that moment. It's kind of like trying to ignore everyone during a test. Is that when you're really focused and trying to work out the questions, you don't really hear everything else because your attention's already somewhere. Was already focused on what you're supposed to be doing. It is really difficult to do, particularly when they get really loud and they're being really supportive. But I've been here before. I've had experience with crowds before, and it's kind of sticking to routine. Was your accommodation near the shooting range? No, we're about 30 to 40 minutes away, but we've been really lucky that we've had special roads that we can go up there so we don't get any traffic, just straight there and straight back. If we had to go through traffic, we might be looking at 2.5 hours in bad days. Have you been to other Olympic events? I haven't competed in any, but I've been to the water polo, I've been to the basketball, I've been to Oh, what else have I been to? The hockey. Hopefully I'll get out to the taekwondo tomorrow and and synchronized swimming. Fingers crossed, because there's just so much going on. It's easy to get distracted. What is the mood in Rio? We're all set to party right now. It is just all about supporting everyone else and just trying to do the best that you can. And there's plenty of people out there just looking for something to do, and party it is. We're just happy to be here. Then we've got from Chat to a Champ questions from Primary School. Questions from Maddie and Sophie from Year 6. What did you think of the opening ceremony? I didn't actually see much of it. I wasn't allowed to go to the opening ceremony because my event was so close to it, and it was going to be a very late night out. So we opted to stay in and watch it on the TVs, but it just went too late. So I went off to bed. Then from Zach and Margaret in Year 4, have you made friends with the other Olympians from other countries? Yes, I'm definitely friends with some of the other shooters because I've competed against them for many years, and we just get talking and we've got a shared passion for it. I've made plenty of friends through some of the other sports too, just by going out with some of the Australian team and meeting some of their friends from other countries too. It's incredible to be going out there with people that are so passionate about their own sports, and you learn so much about it that you just can't get from a Wikipedia page. From Dakota and Lily in Year 4, did your family come over to watch you compete? My mum and one of my brothers came over, the middle one. They decided to come over for an adventure, and well, I don't think they were expecting me to win this too. Mum was pretty stunned when I was able to hand her the gold medal after I was presented for it. But I'm sure they've had a fantastic holiday, but I haven't seen them very much. From Holly and Lara in Year 3, have you been scared of the Zika virus? Not really. We've got all sorts of precautions here. We've got plenty of bug spray to keep the mosquitoes away. But it hasn't, I think it's been made out to be a bit more serious than it actually is. But that said, all precautions, we're trying to be healthy, we're doing everything right. From Mav and Ben in Year 4, how is the Olympic Village? It is incredible. As you've probably seen, we've got a free McDonald's in here, so everyone's getting Maccas all the time. And just everyone's so excited to be here and just so happy to be here. You get someone that's won a medal coming into a big cheering squad in the dining hall, and there's just everyone's out here playing basketball and tennis on the courts. It's just incredible to be part of it. From Grace, Izzy and Ella in Year 4, have you had time to watch the other Olympic events? Yes, I've been to basketball, I've been to water polo, I've been to the whitewater kayaking. We saw Jess Fox do her event. I'm really getting around there, trying to see as many sports as I can, and really support these athletes that have supported me when I was competing. And some of the other questions been asked, what has been your favourite place in Rio? I think up at the statue on Christ the Redeemer is a fantastic place. Got an amazing view of the entire city. But really, I think the village is probably my favourite place because there's just so much going on and everyone's happy to be here. And how nervous were you in your event? Just incredibly nervous. My brother said that he thought that I was going to be sick when I found out I made the final. It is really terrifying, to be there and to have that chance. But once I had a bit more time to listen to my music and breathe deep breaths and just calm down a bit, then it was game on, and I was out there, to do a purpose. And thankfully, it all paid off. Thanks for having me, and I hope that I've answered all your questions as best. I hope I've answered all the questions as best that you can like. Thank you.